Hi, in this episode, we're going to talk about the idea that you think you have to do it alone, when in reality, sometimes that's a cover up for mistrusting people. Okay, so let's talk about this whole idea of doing it alone. Recently, in some of my coaching calls, I've noticed this pattern with people where they get this idea that we have all the answers inside of us, and then they develop this attitude that they have to do everything alone. Well, I would invite you to ponder that a little bit longer and the meaning behind it. So here's what happens. In our culture as a society, and especially in the United States, there's a high value placed on individual success. And I think that hurts us as a country. It hurts us as a culture. If you go to South America or Asia, there's more of a culture around supporting each other or reaching out, or family comes first, these kinds of patterns. And I think there's a huge value in learning from that for our culture. So what happens is, what I see happening with people is when they think they have to do it alone, they're forgetting the original source of the problem. And the problem began early in life in relationship to another person most of the time. Let's talk about trusting other people. So when I do it alone, that can be the mask to cover up my mistrust of other people. And so I would invite you to think about that. Like, is there a pattern of mistrusting others? Maybe it's men because you were violated when you were younger. Maybe it's women because you feel abandoned by your mom. Whatever that might be, think about how trust plays into this formula of doing it alone. So I don't want to make this a really long video, so let's just real quickly, the way that you start trusting yourself is when you're able to hear something in a conversation. Let's use this as an example. You hear something in a conversation and you draw an immediate conclusion from what that person just said that makes you pull back. Okay, well, I can almost guarantee you that what you just did there was you ran that information through a filter that's based on old information, the past information. So my invitation to you is, in the future, if you want to start building more trust for human beings, or trust for male men or women, then listen to them without those filters. Watch the filters that you have and listen to them and then ask more questions about, like, let's say you notice you're having a reaction to your body. Turn to that person and say, can we pause for a moment? Because I'm noticing I'm pulling back and I'm unable to hear you right now because I'm kind of backpedaling. Now, the key is to say that in such a way that you're curious why you're backpedaling or why you're pulling away. The whole definition of responsibility is not blaming the other person for your reaction. That's a whole nother video we'll talk about. But I want you to get that little moment in time when you don't go back to the person and ask them, what did you mean by this? Or, here's how I took that. Is that accurate? You can't re-inform your nervous system. Okay, so, and that's the goal here, is to re-inform it so your nervous system is up to date in current reality today. So I hope that's helpful. Play it back a couple more times. If you're confused, put your questions below in the comments to let me know what makes sense, what doesn't make sense, and we'll create a little dialogue going there. And please share this with your friends. The way that my business grows is for other people to know about this work and to ask lots of questions, and then we build a community that we all become stronger as a result. So thanks for today. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I appreciate all your comments. Thank you.